Picture this. You're watching what should be routine game coverage, and suddenly your broadcast team starts breaking down missed foul calls like they're presenting evidence in court. That's exactly what happened during the Indiana Fever versus Dallas Wings game. Ruocco and Lobo weren't just calling the game anymore. They were documenting a crisis. When seasoned professionals break character and start calling out officials on live television, you know we've reached a breaking point. Let's break down exactly what happened. During the Fever Wings matchup, we witnessed a masterclass in how not to officiate a basketball game. The commentators highlighted multiple instances where Caitlin Clark was grabbed, held, and hit without a single whistle being blown. Ruocco and Lobo, who's normally the picture of professionalism, started going through the footage frame by frame. There's a grab, there's a hold, there's another grab. I mean, all of those are fouls, she said. She wasn't being dramatic, she was being accurate. Then you had Ryan Ruocco backing her up, both of them clearly frustrated with what they were witnessing. These aren't hot take artists looking for controversy. These are respected voices in basketball commentary, and they were genuinely shocked by the officiating standard they were seeing. The specific plays they called out were textbook fouls. We're talking about J.J. Quinterly literally grabbing Clark's arm like she's trying to stop her from leaving a conversation. We saw defenders reaching through Clark's body with both arms. That's not defense, that's a bear hug. And the swipe downs where contact was clear as day, yet the whistle stayed silent. Here's what makes this situation even more infuriating: the inconsistency. Some nights, you breathe on a player and it's a flagrant foul. Other nights, someone gets body checked into the scorer's table and it's called physical basketball. This isn't about letting players be tough. This is about selective enforcement that makes no sense. Caitlin Clark isn't asking for special treatment. She's asking for the same standard every other player gets. But somehow, she's consistently officiated like she's playing in a different league with different rules. When you watch players like Asia Wilson or Breanna Stewart, they get to the free throw line when they're fouled. It's that simple. Touch Wilson, she's shooting free throws. Meanwhile, Clark gets mauled, and the refs act like they're watching interpretive dance. The most telling moment came when Lobo said she was making it her mission to call a spade and hold these referees to the fire. That's not commentary, that's a promise. She was telling viewers that she wasn't going to sugarcoat the obvious anymore. Let's talk about the broader implications here. The WNBA is experiencing unprecedented growth right now. Attendance is up, viewership is climbing, and new fans are tuning in every night. But what message does this send to those new viewers? Imagine you're watching basketball for the first time. Someone tells you Caitlin Clark is this amazing talent, the face of the league, the reason arenas are selling out. Then you watch her get flattened by 3 defenders with no call, while the commentators are having an existential crisis trying to explain why obvious fouls aren't being called. That's not a good look for any professional sports league. You can't promote growth and equality while letting your stars get demolished without consequence. The league wants more eyes, more respect, more relevance, but they're allowing this chaos to continue. It's like inviting people to a movie and refusing to fix the broken projector. The most damning part of all this is that it's not new. This has been going on all season long. Coaches have complained, players have spoken up, and fans have been screaming about it on social media. But it took ESPN's broadcast team publicly calling it out for people to really pay attention. Ruocco and Lobo even mentioned that Paige Bueckers had to relearn how to play defense when she got to the WNBA, meaning she had to learn to foul more because that's apparently what's allowed now. Think about how insane that is. A player who learned proper defensive fundamentals in college had to throw that out the window because the professional league has different standards. That's not basketball evolution. That's regression. When you're teaching players to be more physical because fouls won't be called, you're fundamentally changing the game, and not for the better. The contrast with Clark's college career is stark. At Iowa, she took her hits, but the whistles came. She got fouled, she shot free throws, she moved on. It was just basketball. Now, she gets flattened, gets up, and somehow ends up apologizing for existing in the same airspace as someone's elbow. This isn't about making the game soft. Every player deals with contact. That's basketball. But there's a difference between physical play and allowing players to grab, hold, and hack without consequence. When defenders can literally wrap their arms around a player's waist and it's considered legal defense, something is seriously wrong. The officials have turned every Clark drive into an experiment in how much punishment a player can take before they snap. She's not being defended, she's surviving. And that's not what professional basketball should look like. What made Sunday's broadcast so powerful was the real-time documentation. Lobo and Ruocco weren't just complaining, they were providing evidence. They walked viewers through replays, frame by frame, pointing out each missed call with the precision of a legal brief. Here's the shove, here's the arm grab, here's the slap across the wrist, all uncalled. It wasn't subtle anymore. They were making it impossible to ignore what was happening right in front of everyone's eyes, and you could feel their frustration. These are professionals who usually maintain strict neutrality, but they reached a breaking point. When Lobo starts circling fouls in real time, it's not commentary, it's cross-examination. She was building a case that the officiating wasn't just inconsistent, it was indefensible. The solution isn't complicated. Call the game fairly. Train the refs better. Create clear, enforceable standards. If you can mic up coaches and players, you can certainly hold officials accountable. We're not asking for miracles. We're asking for the basics. The league has access to every camera angle imaginable. Every play is logged, clipped, and analyzed. This isn't some unsolvable mystery buried under piles of footage. The officials aren't missing things. They're letting things slide. And that's a choice. The ball is in the league's court now, literally and figuratively. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert and the WNBA can't act surprised anymore. This crisis was broadcast in real time on their biggest platform, called out by their most respected voices, and documented with crystal clear evidence. If the WNBA wants to be taken seriously, it has to protect its stars. Caitlin Clark didn't sign up to be the face of a league that can't keep her upright. The fans deserve consistency, the players deserve protection, and the game deserves better officiating. This moment with Ruocco and Lobo calling out the refs wasn't just commentary. It was a watershed moment. When your own broadcast team starts sounding the alarm on national television, it's officially a 5-alarm fire. The WNBA can either address this crisis head-on or watch their credibility crumble while their biggest stars get demolished night after night. The question now is, will the league listen, or will we need more interventions from the broadcast booth? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. The conversation has officially changed, and there's no going back. What do you think about this whole situation? Are the refs really as bad as they seem, or is this just part of the game? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe for more basketball content, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Until next time, keep hooping and keep holding these officials accountable. Peace out.